All right, guys, so we have finally decided on the next comic book read-through. As you all know, I just finished Amazing Spider-Man. Took some time off because it kind of felt like a day job, and I wasn't able to really read anything else. Caught up on a lot of the manga I was reading. Actually was able to consume a couple of entire series in the last couple of weeks, and I've been kind of deciding, should I read Fantastic Four? Should I read Daredevil? Should I read Avenger? And I have finally decided what we're going to read for the next 7-8 months, give or take, depending on how things go and how quickly we read. And I've actually gotten Dustin and Justin to commit to reading with me. So you guys have to help me hold them accountable. I'm not starting until today or tomorrow, which is technically when I'm recording it, September 1st. And I'm going to start doing the same thing. 3 issues a day, every single day at a very minimum. And this time around, I'm still gauging whether or not I want to read just the first volume, or maybe I continue depending on how things are going. But my big goal is to really get a good understanding, a good foundation of who and what these characters are and really how they were meant to be versus what we're kind of see some of the weirdness happening now with current comic books. And Spider-Man kind of really opened my eyes up to that, how different it's been really over the last 2 decades. And if you want more of my thoughts on that, I've posted a couple of videos there. But I'm really encouraged to start the next one because it's Marvel's first family. We're going to read Fantastic Four. And we decided on that because Dustin was willing to commit to it. Justin committed to it. And they're already ahead. They're texting right now, back and forth. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? And it's kind of cracking me up. Dustin got a head start, because some of these are a little bit more, lengthy to read. And, the goal is 3 issues a day at a minimum. So you all know that can be a little bit difficult early on. But as we progress, it's going to get a lot easier. I think there are somewhere between 700 and 800 total issues. Could be wrong, could be a little more, could be a little less. I know there's about 417 or 470, 47 something in the first volume. And that's really my biggest goal. And then we'll see what happens from there. Get to that mid-90s, 90-ish ballpark, when they always relaunch everything and see how it goes. But I'm encouraged because really the only thing I know about Fantastic Four is what I've seen from the movies, some of the tie-ins, which were fantastic with Spider-Man. I know a little bit about Black Panther, and Galactus and, those few stories. But other than that, there's really not much I know. And again, just like with Spider-Man, I'm walking into it as not really a huge fan of any of these characters, outside of what I've read in Spider-Man. Dustin's a big fan of the Fantastic Four. Honestly, don't know where Justin stands. I'm just happy they both committed to do this with me. And honestly, the purpose of this video is I'm inviting you guys, and I really would love for you guys to do this with us, right? And then every Comic Book Babble-on we do, when we go live, we'll talk about it, give our thoughts, our opinions, and I think that's going to be a really good time. And it seems like a big challenge, but at the end of the day, to be able to sit and say that you've read every single issue of something, whether it's all of Volume 1 or, all of the issues in total, that's a great feeling to be able to say. And I think it's really going to give you a better appreciation for comic books, where they've come from, how they were intended to be written, and the characters as a whole. And with the Fantastic Four movie, announcement coming with the cast and things like that, it gives you a bit of a leg to stand on if you're going to want to complain about casting and the way they're doing things, because you can say, look, I've read it all. I know how it should be, how it was intended. You guys are doing great, or you're doing terrible. So, but that's not necessarily what it's about. For me, it's about learning. It's about understanding the characters, and I'm absolutely enjoying it. Daredevil was close, guys. Daredevil was close, but once Dustin committed to reading this with me, and then Justin, we're going to hold them accountable. They're going to do it. So starting September 1st, 3 issues a day. The first volume, or around 400 or so issues, that's going to take, a little over 100 days, give or take. So about 3 months, about 90 days to get through. And that's going to require some additional reading on the back end and, reading multiple story arcs at one time, that kind of thing, to kind of hit that goal. But at the bare minimum, 3 issues a day. And I think that's going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm super pumped about it. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Are there actually some really good storylines after Volume 1 within Fantastic Four, or are there not? Have you read any of these at all? Because that's really what I want to know is what to expect. Hey, you're going to enjoy this. This is going to be And honestly, I have no clue about any writers, any of the artists, nothing. It's going into a blank slate. Spider-Man, we knew what to expect. Your Ditkos and Stan Lee, of course, and McFarlane and Michelini and Stern and JMS and of course the terrible Dan Slott. You knew what to kind of expect, but I know Fantastic Four that much about it. So, guys, you're the best part of Tubular's Comics. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it out. Please join us in this. It'll be super fun. And as always, collect your way.